I'm making this video to help Solidoodle technical support diagnose a problem I'm having with the Solidoodle Workbench. This is the shape that I'm trying to make. I just made it for calibration. I've not gotten my flows or anything calibrated because I'm still having some basic problems, just mechanical problems. This box is 20 millimeters square. It's 5 millimeters deep, and the hole in the middle is 4 millimeters deep. So the base is 1 millimeter, the walls are 1 millimeter, the hole is actually 18 millimeters, so that leaves 1 millimeter for each wall, and they are centered. Now, I'm having problems. I've worked through quite a few of the problems on my own. I'll show you the printout here in a minute, but this is what I'm getting. Basically, in the X dimension, going across, I'm right at about 20 millimeters. I know I need to get my flows calibrated and things like that, but you can see this part here suggests that I've got some other problems I need to deal with first. Essentially, it looks like I'm losing positive Y. So going back into the printer, I think I'm losing some of that. Each time it makes a square to put the walls in, it advances, it looks like about 2 millimeters per trip around the box. Now, I have had some problems that I've at least partially resolved here. I'm going to go up on top here. Okay, the first problem I had was it basically wasn't moving smoothly in the Y dimension. It was chattering and vibrating very hard, and I finally figured out that the problem was this clamp right here. I tried tightening it down. That helped some, but it started slipping again. I took it off and looked at it. It's a 3D printed part, and frankly, it doesn't mesh up very well with the ribs in the belt. So what I did was I found a rubber band that was the same width as the belt. I put the rubber band between the clamp and the belt, and there's another piece out here just to keep the clamp level and keep it from torquing too much. Screwed that down nice and snug, and that seems to have fixed the problem there. Now, when this was slipping a lot, the problem was that the arm here was getting out of square and binding up against the other side that wasn't slipping. Now, that fixed a lot of the Y problems, but like I said, I've still got some Y problems here. We may see it here when it's centering up on the bed. Let me pause this for a moment and, well, let me go back over here. Show you what I've got set up here. Okay, there's my temperature curve. So I've got my extruders heated up. I was also having trouble getting my extruder temperatures up. I found that I can get them up with by turning on both extruders. So if I heat both extruders up, it can get them up to higher temperatures. I've got it set at 200 right now. I also realized, looking at this curve, that I keep a much more even temperature even when I'm printing, when I have both extruders on. So I'm printing with PLA plastic, and again, I don't have calibration. I've set this at 200. It's fluctuating just a tiny bit. There's extruder 2 and extruder 1. I've got the bed heated to 100 degrees. That kind of fluctuation seems kind of normal and unavoidable. So let me go ahead here and start running the job. Now I was also having trouble getting it to go to a home position and park. That's working now. And to be honest, I'm not sure what I did. But in the other tinkering, that seems to have worked. So let me go back over here and let it zero up. Now we may see the first problem with the y-axis here, because it seems like when it makes longer runs on the y-axis, that's when it has the problems. Okay, that's just about the spot where the first pass always happens. Now, the second pass, that may be a little bit forward from where the second pass has gone in the past, but sometimes it just does not move back. And I haven't heard the chatter, so I don't think I'm slipping anywhere. Ah, there was a chatter. And I think I lost some Y. It should be printing right in the middle here, but you can see it's starting way towards the front from where it should be because it lost some distance back there. Now, as it's working on the base, let's look at the belts here. I'm not sure what the standard is. I didn't find anything in the documentation about how snug these should be. But the tension on these bands, to me, seems kind of reasonable. Like I said, I'm not sure. As I look back here at my source of problems, those two set screws on the top bar seem to stay very well synchronized. So I don't think I'm getting my slipping there. So, and you can hear the little slipping, hear the popping that's going on in there. But I'm not seeing any slippage back there. But you can hear it. And like I said, X seems to be working fine. I just don't know where it's losing that Y. There was another pop. It's still working on the base here. I think we'll probably have a problem here when it actually starts printing the box because it started so far forward. I think this print will probably fall off the front of the machine. Oh, now it is doing somewhat better. Oh. I guess it's still filling in the base. I am printing with PLA filament at 200 degrees. That's probably not the optimum. But like I said, it seems like this other problem's got to be resolved first. See there, we're hearing that popping every time it goes back. But again, it looks like we're getting about that 2 millimeter loop effect. Now I've been watching this belt here, and I'm not seeing any slip at all. I'm hearing the knocking. I've checked and I can't find any missing teeth on the belt or anything like that. Maybe it's happening in here. I don't know. I've thought it was there before and then convinced myself it wasn't. But the teeth there look good. Even when you roll the bed way forward and check at the other end, I don't find any missing teeth or anything in that belt. Okay, so here is our print. And you can see that I once again got this about a 2 millimeter drift forward. It's not in the center where it should be. And that last calibration when it was doing the Z-axis didn't go back as far as it should have. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm eagerly awaiting response from Solidoodle.